So it's been a long time coming. We are about to leave for the airport to go to South Korea. Let's go. I'm back from Korea. We were there for 2 weeks and it was busy. I didn't get a whole lot of footage because I didn't have a New Zealand to Korean adapter, so my camera ran out of battery after the first day. I found a charger after a few days, but yeah, this is just a quick glimpse into our trip, but I will be uploading more detailed videos over the next few weeks, so please make sure to subscribe to hear more about our trip. We flew with Air Asia X, which took a rather long and uncomfortable roundabout trip to Korea. We arrived at about 4 PM on the Sunday afternoon, and Hojin's younger siblings came and picked us up. Then we went straight to his parents' place where we stayed, so I could have a shower, and it was pretty much full on from there. We went to dinner at a buffet called Ashley, then we went to noraebang, or karaoke. Finally, we went to a Chinese massage parlor where I think Hojin fell asleep. So we got home around midnight, which was 3 AM in New Zealand, so it had been a pretty long trip. But anyway, on Monday we woke up around 6 AM. I cried. We took Gabu, the dog, for a walk, and then we went to Chinatown with Hojin's younger brother Homin. It was pretty hot and there wasn't actually that much to do there, so we didn't stay for too long.
Pumpkin meat red bean. What would you like to try?
After that we went into the fairy tale village, which was right next door. It does look a lot better on camera than it does in person, but it's still pretty cool and it's great for photos. We also went to a trick eye museum, and I think Korea really has a thing for trick eye pictures because we saw quite a lot of these places, but they are pretty fun, so I can see why. I can actually talk about so much, so I'm just going to leave it there and move on. We went to Wolmido, or Wolmi Island, that night, which is really pretty and nice, and I think one of my favourite places that we went. I do only have phone footage, so I'm sorry about the quality, but yeah, so nice. We got these flying rubber band LED things, which I've since found are sold as slingcopters or amazing arrow helicopters. They're cool anyway. Good job! After looking around for a bit, we went to a Korean chicken restaurant for dinner, and we met with Hojin's best friend Hyosop, so they got to catch up, which was really nice. He did leave after dinner, and the rest of us were going to go on some rides, but the park was closing, so we only got to go on one of the Vikings, which was the last ride of the night, thanks to some persuasion because I came all the way from New Zealand.
Oh,
No! 싫어요.
저 토한다.
아니야. And then we did a popping balloon game, and I got an angry Dokkaebi doll. I am so obsessed with Dokkaebi, like I can't even tell you. I love it so much. But yeah, after that we also casually let off fireworks, which is hugely illegal in New Zealand, but not a problem in Korea. Oh! Oh! So Tuesday, we went to another place on my list, which is Hanguk Minsokchon, which is a Korean folk village. The weather unfortunately wasn't the greatest, but I really loved this place so much. You could hire a hanbok to wear around the village, so I got to wear one and it was so beautiful and lovely. I just loved how authentic it felt there because I really love traditional Korean culture, and seeing so many people in the most beautiful hanbok was so amazing. I would highly recommend going here or to another traditional village when you visit Korea. The next day, Hojin and I caught my first subway to Coex Mall, which is basically in the heart of Gangnam in Seoul.
How can they take it?
What?
At the top.
Who knows?
I need to drop it. Or if they have a escape, they will explode.
Oh yeah. Most of my footage here is from the Coex Aquarium, which was probably the best aquarium I've ever been to. I mean, I haven't been to that many, but yeah. Posing. So cute! Hello!
Oh.
It's weird, right? Coex Mall itself doesn't really have much to offer tourists. It's just kind of a high-end mall. Oh, but hang on. One thing I forgot to mention is that I had IPL on Wednesday. Before we went to Chinatown, Homin was kind of like, do you want to go see a skin doctor? And I was like, yeah, I mean, we can go talk to them. We had talked about it. I talked with Hojin about having my freckles removed, but I thought we decided against it because mostly like the cost and also the recovery time. Like, I do want to be able to take photos in Korea, you know what I mean. We went in and spoke to the doctor and it was all in Korean, so obviously Hojin spoke for me. To be honest, I didn't really care too much, but I have always wondered what it would be like to not have freckles, at least like the main big freckles on my face. So it sounded like it wasn't gonna happen, and then we went out, waited a little bit, then Hojin spoke to the manager, and then all of a sudden we were booked in for Wednesday. So on Wednesday morning before we went to Coex, we went along and yeah, I had IPL and a couple of other laser treatments to get rid of my freckles. So yeah, for the rest of the trip I didn't wear any makeup. Yeah, my skin's still not 100% healed. I've still got 2 patches on my face. I had 10 originally. But anyway, I will talk about this in detail in another time. So moving on. Outside of Coex Mall, there is the SM Entertainment Visitor Centre. Unfortunately, when we went, the 3rd floor where they have the studio was closed, so apart from the store and cafe, there wasn't really that much to see. We'd pretty much had enough of Coex after that, so we left and caught the subway to Sanbon, where Hojin used to live and where his mother's family still lives now. We had a while until his family got there because we were meeting for dinner, so we looked around a little bit and went to a new, it's not an arcade, I'm not quite sure what to call it, but a place with some fun things. That was quite cool, and I was surprisingly good at the archery. We were there just about an hour, and then we went to dinner and drove home with Hojin's family.
Who said like that?
So I think I'll just leave this video here. I still have a lot to talk about, and that was only the first 3 days, so I will make another video with going into a bit more detail for the rest of the days. You can tell it was really busy. I mean, I didn't have time to post anything online, and I barely spoke to my mum or any of my friends either. Like, it was just full on. I'll see you again soon. Thank you for watching, and please make sure to subscribe because I do have a lot to talk about. I will see you again soon. 안녕히 계세요. Bye bye.